me for a couple months, please be patient with me. I've been trying to do other things. I tried to do the cancer show that unfortunately I had to cancel. And it's still not recording.
Well, no, it's cutting your head off.
Yeah, no worries. I'll step back into the shot here. I got you, okay? I got you. Please keep watching. Hookah Lounge tuning in. I'm hoping you're watching right now. And make sure you let everyone know we're back. We're live.
Oh,
what's up, guys? Oh, what's up?
I can't believe I did that.
And technical difficulties due to Alex Pages, okay?
Pardonnez-moi.
That's all right. Now, we share to Twitter and Facebook. Robert and James. All right, we got an audience in here. This is, kind of unusual for our show because we usually have to display it to ourselves. But I'm just glad to be back. I've missed this place. Mind you, the only times I've actually been here for the fact is I've been cleaning up and we hold parties here. If you guys want to come out, you're welcome, but you got to bring your own booze. All right? Now, for those of you who were expecting a large show, yes, I've had a couple of people drop off the show. It was supposed to be the Swap Meet Boys reunited. At this point, I've got the Swap Meet Twins and myself. And at the moment, the only reason I'm saying twins is because Alex is here.
You are correct, sir.
If any of you were at the Swap Meet show that I did back in June, if you have a recording of that, please send it to me. I would love to have that. That was my best 3 minutes ever. So, there's always, the garage always tries to talk about the recent events. And most recently now, we're talking about the fact that elections, the fact that that third party came in. I am total party D's nuts, okay? D's nuts for president. Literally, there is a third party called D's nuts running for the presidency. And they have 9% of the vote. That is freaking awesome. If you look it up, you can Google it right now, but don't leave our show just to go check that stuff. No. Our show is more important. Don't worry about these nuts. Yeah. I am just loving the fact that I can sit here and repeat these nuts over and over. And no one's going to tell me, hey, stop.
Hey, stop.
Oh, no, okay, never mind. Now, obviously you're noticing I am Sans, a co-host. He's actually working right now. So, Michael Kors, we give you props for the fact that you have such great work ethic. Your bosses come in. The president unbuttons his shirt and says, let me help you do the shipping line. I just read that story not too long ago. Props to you, Jay, for having awesome bosses like that. And then I'm also going to say, anyone else is welcome to come in and try to co-host if you can fill that large void. As Jay is the fat man, Santa Maria. It's always going to be an absence without him. Now, going on, we've heard a lot of scandalous stories going on from the subway scandal. Yeah. And we've also heard about the wonderful scandal of the Duggars. Yeah, the Duggars with that one Duggar that has 2 paid Ashley Madison accounts. And if you don't know what Ashley Madison is, Ashley Madison is a place to look for hookups. All you're trying to do is get laid. And this is coming from a super uber religious family. And he is married and with 4 children of his own. This is one of the sons. This is not the father, but the father has paid to cover up some of these things. And now it's all coming out. So therefore, he is now in the doghouse. Now, this is going to be not your average all stand-up show. There are 3 performers that are coming out, and I am going to be one of them. I'm going to be doing a small set of my own, but we are also going to do some sort of improv. Now, we are doing what's called scenes from a hat. You saw Jay and I do this before, where we would pick random categories out of this hat, and we have to give our best suggestions to these things. Such as, I'm going to test out Alex real quick. Worst first date location. Come on onto the camera, and I want you to give us your idea of the worst first date location.
I'm gonna come out here.
Yeah, just come out in front of the cameras here, and I want you to let us know what would be the worst first date location.
Am I talking to you or reacting?
It's all you, just straight to the camera.
This is the worst.
If you've ever seen Whose Line Is It anyway, if you think about it, like, we come out, worst first date location would be like, will the defendant please rise? You wouldn't want to start a first date right there, would you? How about yours?
What would be my first? Let me see. Thanksgiving dinner, maybe. You get to meet the whole family.
This is supposed to be comedy here. Come on, we got to let this happen.
Oh, you've never seen my Thanksgiving dinner. This comedy.
Pull forward to the next window.
Hey, pass some
I hired the wrong person. I hired the wrong person. Now, as you hear, this is Alex Pages. He's going to be one of our performers today, and he is well known throughout the local community as a bus driver. If you remember him, he is the one that saved the lady.
I saved the lady from the crackhead.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that, who cares?
Hey, and you know, did you watch the news where that man was driving? There was a kid in the middle of the street, and he got out, he picked up the kid, and he took him to the house, and the dad's like, "Oh, wow, man, I didn't know my kid was out there, man." I did the same thing. I'm going down Olympic Boulevard in my bus, and there's a kid in the middle of the street. I stopped the bus, and I picked him up. ¿Dónde está tu mamá? And there was a little supermarket, and I walked in there and go, "Hey, is this kid anybody's?"
Oh, gosh. When you have to stop the bus to go into the market.
And save a kid. Yeah. I wanted to slap her down, but
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the regular part of the show. How much time do you have set up?
I have about 3 hours.
Okay, that'll work. So you're going to be in for a short show.
No, I do have because I don't want to tell you my age, but it's somewhere between 35
and Methuselah.
Right. My body is decomposing as we speak.
All right.
I hate when that happens.
I'm going to go ahead and let the stage go to Alex here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Alex Pages.
Quick impression. Luke Skywalker.
No! You might want to move back a little bit, Alex.
I'm going to move back. All right. Now let's see. Luke Skywalker. I'm going to bring my cheater chair over here.
Not a problem.
So anyways, you guys probably figure out by looking at me and listening to my thick, heavy accent that I am a Latino. And I was in LA during the riots. I gotta tell you, I was a little disgusted seeing people of my color, robbing and looting. In fact, scariest part came when somebody actually took a shot at me. If it hadn't been for that TV I was carrying, I'd be dead right now. So anyway. Another thing, too, nowadays is everyone's so violent. You ever notice it's like everyone wants to fight you now? I was over in Brea Mall, and I got into a fight over a parking space. It's around Christmas time. You know how people get crazy. So anyway, I pull into this parking space. This person gets out of their car. They run up to me, sucked me in the stomach, popped me in the mouth, and floored me. Man, I got so pissed off. I said, forget all that stuff they taught me about, not hitting women. I kicked her 80-year-old ass all over that parking lot. Then her granddaughter comes out, trying to start something with me. She picked up Grandma's cane and starts hitting me with it. You know the one, right? The white one with the red tip on it? Hey, don't start something unless you're going to finish, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you guys can probably tell by looking at me, I am a martial artist. Actually, I know martial arts all my life. In fact, in high school, it used to get me out of a lot of trouble. In fact, when somebody would try to start something with me, all I'd have to do is go, and they'd walk away, right? Well, it turns out years later at the reunion, I found out that the reason they walked away was because they thought I was crying. So I was kind of a little disappointed. I was in a movie. You guys probably would know the movie if you own a VHS machine. The Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Thank you. You guys probably recognize me if you're a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan. That's right, I was Jean-Claude Van Damme's butt double. So, in fact, I was doing some work recently. They wanted me to double for Kim Kardashian, but my butt wasn't big enough. So I was glad about that. They were talking to Van Damme way back then, and they were asking him, "How do you get your buns that way?" You know, he's on the radio. He goes, "What you do is you squeeze your buns together really tight, and you hold it for 15 seconds. You do this 30 times a day, and you too will be able to pick up pennies." By the way, don't do this exercise in jail, or you pick up some other kind of pennies, if you know what I mean. But anyways, you guys, I grew up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. I'm old. I just realized. I'm not really old. I'm a time traveler, you know, and I've been cruising around in this body, watching everything go down, you know. But let me see, because I'm losing my sight too, my eyesight. Of course, he goes, "I'm Latino, right?" You know what really pisses me off though is when people automatically assume because I'm Latino that I don't speak any English. For instance, the other day I was at this restaurant. Well, okay, it was fast food. All right, it was Taco Bell. The kid behind the counter. I walk in. The kid behind the counter looks at me and goes, "That will be $2.65. Do you understand?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what are you, retarded?" Then the manager comes over and says, "Actually, we hired the penalty challenge." I'm like,
Oh no.
"Hey, kid, look, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. I thought you were like a racist or something." And he goes, "Oh, no, that's okay. You fucking beaner."
No.
So anyway, it's all right, though. He's in a wheelchair now, but, what? Like I said, you know, don't start none you can finish. So, you guys ever do impressions? I do impressions. Did you guys ever do impressions? Huh? Yeah, you're lying to me. You're lying to me. You all have done this impression. Your friends have done this impression. Your parents have done this impression. They have all, at one point or another, stood in front of the bathroom mirror and done this. You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Thank you. That's my Robert De Niro impression. You know what's weird is that I decided I'm going to update that impression. That's been for a few decades already. So this is going to be the new Robert De Niro impression. You guys have to go home and practice it, okay? Hey, I got nipples too. Can you milk me, huh? Son of a bitch. You paid my cat's tail, didn't you? Thank you. Name of that movie? Remember the Fockers? Something like that. Thank you. That was my Robert De Niro. I'm going to need these glasses, though. Be real informal. All right. I was watching the news. No, I was watching Jerry Springer the other day. You guys watch Jerry Springer still? It's a little controversial, a little bit. they had a bunch of people. Anyone here have tattoos? Tattoos? See, you guys are, it's a miracle. People without tattoos and men that wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. The two rarest things in the world. But anyway. Not really. I'm over here washing my hands and then like, and then they just walk right past me. Yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, right. But anyway, Jerry Springer, he was having a show on people who do, put tattoos on their bodies. But I'm talking ridiculous, just all over their bodies. Apparently, there was one guy who was really angry because the KKK refused his application. Right? Turns out the reason they gave for turning down his application was that he had so many tattoos on his body that he didn't have enough white skin left to qualify. So that's not really what really pissed him off. What really got him mad was that they kept referring to him as that colored guy. So, it's like that colored. That's where they're going to add the laugh track. I like that. Anyway. Arnold. Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger? How he was a governor, he had a maid, got her pregnant. A lot of stuff was never released, about that case. They asked the maid, is it true that the father named the son after, you named the son after the father? And she said, yes, it's true. He goes, well, how come the birth certificate here says Jeff? And the lady goes, oh, no, that's not Jeff. That's Hefe. Thank you. He was bragging he was at a party and a little drunk. He was bragging. He goes, hey, you know what? When she was in labor, she was the labor. Thank you. Just one more. Groan. She's groaning. Hey, I got stuff to throw here. Look, I got a helmet over here. Oh, I'll tell you. This one, you're going to like this one better. Arnold was trying to be really sneaky and trying to talk her into having an abortion. Okay? So he did it this way. He goes, hey, honey, do you want me to do your favorite scene when I talk Spanish in the movie? And she goes, okay. And he goes, okay. Puts the sunglasses on, the ones I don't have with me, and he says, hasta la vista. To the baby. Oh, jeez. All right, whatever. I just realized I put all my props and stuff that I normally bring with me all out in my car. So that's gonna be kind of cool doing that. So I guess you guys have to suffer through all my jokes. Anyway, legalize marijuana. Anyone got a subscription or prescription or no? All right. Because I got friends, and they got a subscription and a prescription. So anyway, this was, you guys like Cheech and Chong? You guys remember them? Yes? Yeah, so this is Tommy Chong going to buy some legal marijuana. Yeah, man, I'd like to buy some marijuana, man. Sir, as you know, marijuana is legal in California, but only for medicinal purposes. What is your ailment? Oh, yeah, man. I suffer from depression, man. Oh, yeah? Why are you so depressed? What's the matter? I ran out of pot, man. Thank you. Being a stand-up comic, we usually don't make that much money until we're famous or we sleep with a Kardashian, or something like that. So a lot of times I hear any Laker fans, Lakers? You guys like the Lakers? Yeah? Okay, so if you watch the Laker games, then you might know. I couldn't afford to get in there, so I had to find a different way to be able to get into the Laker game without having to pay. So came up with this. How the hell is everybody? Thank you very much. You guys like the Lakers?
I hear the Lakers are going to be prosecuted for homicide. See, apparently they played so bad that they killed Jerry Buss.
Thank you. Any favorite movies of Jack that you like? Shining?
No.
Maybe. I don't want to kill you. I just want to beat your brains to fuck in.
Thank you. No, actually, you want to know the truth, though.
You can't handle the truth.
I probably got too close. You guys probably just saw Jack Nicholson's crotch. Sorry. What was the other one? What was that other one? Something's God give, or that's as good as it gets.